All right, this is George Jackson Grassroots Collective. I'm Abdullah Ghazi, National Chairman of the George Jackson Grassroots Collective, and we got Auset Ministry of Culture and Sustainable Agriculture. What we doing today, Auset?
We're just gonna go over and talk about the importance of growing your food and the benefits and effects that it have on our DNA. And I don't even want to say our body. I want to say I want to go all the way straight down to the DNA, and then the reasons of why we do the things we do. All of that is affected by what we put in our body. So just want to show people how easy it is, and all it takes is just a little self-determination and just a little get up and push and just, get out there and do the work.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So go ahead, take us to our first patch, and
So
let's
I'm gonna
see what you got going on.
take you on a tour, a little short tour of where I spend my time at every day. This is a community garden. I'm not the owner of it, but I am one of the gardeners here. And this is all provided to us for free, just for getting up and wanting to plant a seed and to also be able to donate what we grow to other people to show them, you know, the way to, um, growing their own food. So this area over here, this is called our row area. So here is where we grow straight out of the ground. So we got to go in, we got to test the soil, we treat the soil, and so we have everything divided up. It's about 30 of us out here. We do have a lot of space and open areas for you to come out here and just try like a row and see how you do. And everybody here is so resourceful. We have a lot of people that's been out here 9, 10 years growing food. And it's when I say the abundance of it, it's too much. Like I cannot even handle the abundance of food that grows. And so I'll show y'all what's growing over here. So here is pepper season. And so right here is pepper season. So you really basically just got to look up what is in season for your area and plant your seeds. So here are some bell peppers. And what I've been noticing since I've been out here a little bit over a year is this food is similar to the store, but it doesn't, you can identify this as a bell pepper, but in the store, everything is going to be the same size, same shape, same color. But out here, everything has a birthmark. And also, what I realize is growing your food, it's like taking care of you learn to take care of yourself better because you're taking care of plants, which we are a part of nature. So here they have some corn growing, and this is a little compost area. And in a few minutes, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about composting. We have some corn. So you just got a lot of land to grow. You got some lettuce here and some melons growing. You just come out here. We had got rain about 2 weeks ago for like almost about 10 days straight. And so, I mean, this stuff just started popping up. You just put the seeds in there and they already start sprouting and within weeks. So it's like you got to go on a system of You plant something that's gonna grow at this amount of time, and then you plant something else, and everything just starts growing all, at once. I mean, like I say, it's an abundance of it. So you just come out here and you don't overdo it. You just come out here and just pick what you need to pick for today. So we just
This
got
is nice.
some
This
melons
is
over
nice.
here growing, sunflowers growing, and we have to keep different flowers out. So this is our pesticides here. Just plant simple flowers or using simple ingredients that some bugs don't like, because this is pesticide, chemical free garden. We don't use any pesticides to kill any of the pests. We have to find all natural remedies. So whenever you see the flowers in the garden, and then different companion veggies, they will keep other little pests, because the pests come because this is nutritious food. So if the bugs is not eating, or the animals is not eating your food, then you shouldn't be eating it. Because if they don't want it, that means something. It's like it's a nature thing. So here's some corn growing. We have some hurt, and then also what I like about it, you'll just have different plants that just start coming up because the seeds got blown to a different area. But it's also good because then you get the flowers, and it's good for pollination, and the bees and the butterflies. All of that plays a role in growing your food. But then you start listening to, when the people be doing the advocacy about the bees and stuff. Now I'm paying attention. I didn't pay attention to all that. So this is a mint. This is a bunch of mint, and this is medicinal. I mean, it's so many benefits that you just really have to look up the benefits. But mint is something that you can intake every day. And the good thing about herbs is that it's gonna go in and help with preventive care. If you've been doing something to your body for 30, 40 years, 20, 10 years, however long, don't expect you to just come in and take herbs. It do take time for you to cleanse your body, detox, and then for the herbs to come in and start working. So look, it got a little melon patch all between the corn. See, this stuff just grow crazy. And you just be walking by, and you just start seeing stuff that you didn't even plant. So now I'm gonna go over here to the compost area. And the compost is just where we recycle, like everything that we don't use over here, like scraps from home. Like if I go home and cook dinner, and I got little, stems and leaves and hulls, anything that's biodegradable, we bring that to the garden and put it in our compost area. And our all beautiful sun up there, it decomposes it and turn it right back into soil, nitrogen, iron, potassium, calcium, all that good stuff that our plants need to grow, be sweet, be sour, be green, be flavorful. All of that will just come back, and you just feed it back. It's like evolution. It's just the cycle just keep going. So we start here, and we just add. We come here, see it say place your greens over here, because that's your nitrogen for your plants. So we come, so put, when we have weeds and stuff, is, people say weeds is bad, but we love weeds over here because we need the nitrogen. So everybody come dump scraps, and then each little bin, we keep dates on it, because we have to come over here and cook it, stir it, flip it, just like you in the kitchen. And so this is telling people, anybody that needs to come donate, it's okay to come add to here. It's okay to add to this one. But when you get down to these over here, you cannot add because they're almost ready. The temperature has to be 180 degrees for it to be safe enough to kill all of, anything that's growing in there that shouldn't be in there. Any bacteria, fungus, temperatures need to go to 180 degrees. So that's why we have it here facing the sun, so the sun can do the cooking. And we flip it every 2 weeks. So here we would just flip this one. We would just flip it over every 2 weeks. That's just called cooking it. And then we put the time that we flipped it. And then we have somebody come out and take do the degrees. And so the last time they checked the temperature here, it was 90. So it gotta stay over here until it started reaching closer to 180. And if it reached to like at least 150, it's decent, especially like maybe during the cold months and stuff like that. But during the summer months, it's gonna reach 180. So once it goes through all this process, then we come here to the buckets and we put everything on top of here. We put all the soil on top of here that's broken down, and we sift it. So it just kind of takes out all the big stuff that you don't need. And then all of that scraps, it just turn right back to soil. Everything we put in there, just watermelon hulls, citrus peels. It's just if you don't eat the skin on your potatoes, we put boxes, we put paper, egg cartons and stuff like that off in there, and just turn it back to nutrients. And then people donate us leaves because we do have to cover it. It's just like putting a pot on top and cover it, and then it just helps draw heat. And so we just come out here and keep the area, try to keep it tidy. Sometimes it gets a little messy, but we have certain people that like to clean up, like myself, that comes in and fix it. So this is a new area that we had it covered. This is supposed to be covered. So it's trying to kill all the weeds underneath. So that way we can start fresh with some soil. And this is gonna be our medicinal area where we're gonna be like ginger, turmeric, any roots and stuff like that that we can use to help, aloe vera and stuff like that. Anything that we can use to help heal our people so we can stay from going to the doctor, getting all that medication. And so that is really the real reason that you need to be out here growing your food, because that is the real medicine to cure us, no matter what belief, you believe in, religion. When you get deep down into it, all of it is tell you that you're supposed to eat from the earth, but we're not eating from the earth. So that's why we so sick. And that's why these devils can come in and throw these pandemics, because we ain't been eating right for 20 years. So they could come in and throw something at us and we don't know what to do. And they know we don't know what to do because we're not healing ourselves like our ancestors were. So it's very important that our food come from the soil and that it break down and come back, that it's a repeated cycle. The cells, the DNA, all of that is the same thing that we have inside us to keep evolving. So this here is the herb garden. So here we got just some thyme, and you just come out here and you just take what you need off of there. You just take what you need, and it's plentiful. We need people to come out here and get this. This is it's free, it's donated. It's to show you that you can do it and how it's going to start healing your body. So this here is some lavender. And on the lavender, you can use the leaves, and you can also use the flower. So, and everything, you should research everything about any plant, because sometimes you get the nutrients from the root, you get the nutrients from the stem, you get the nutrients from the leaf and the flower. So you got 4 ways to receive natural healing. So this area over here is the raised beds. So we build these up off of the ground. I actually like this system easier because the drainage is better than when it's flat. Because if it rains too much, like it did about 2 weeks ago, then the water gets logged into the soil and it suffocates the plants, and then you have death of the plant. So it's a lot of stuff you come out here and learn, but trust me, when you come out here and start grounding with your your hands and your feet touching the soil, that you will start getting downloads of what you need to do. So this is got some peppers over here. And then this is the pollination bed where it has to attract bees and healthy insects. So bees and butterflies are becoming extinct, but there's a lot of people that's getting back into all of this nature, and so that way we can start back saving the bees. And there's plenty out here because bees bring you bees got a whole bunch of benefits. You just have to really research all that. So like I said, it's pepper season and tomato season. So it's a lot of peppers out here. So these peppers got their birthmark. See, they wouldn't sell this to you in the store, but they gonna sell you some poison for $2.99. But this is from one seed. So these, you got two plants. So this was one seed and this is one seed. And look how many peppers you got on one plant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So say I counted 6 or 7. Then when you open it, you got 50 seeds off in each pepper. That's 50 more plants. So that's why I say the abundance is real. All you have to do is come out here and plant. So that's sweet potatoes there. One good thing about the sweet potatoes is you can eat the leaves. You can use them in a salad, or you can saute it like spinach. So let's see. Here's some chamomile. Chamomile is a herb that's good for you to a lot of these herbs you can make tea. So then here goes some oregano, some more thyme, chamomile, eucalyptus, some more mint. See, mint is just whenever them bees carry the pollination, just drop pollination. So you have plants that just pop up, and that's nothing but God just letting you know that we always gonna have. So this was, or it still is, this is a grape, and it has some grapes on here. But one thing I found out, when you see something out here you like, you better get it, because I mean, we don't have no names on the beds to where this is mine, this is mine, and this is mine to take care of. But yeah, you see the grapes, you just come out here and get you some. So these are sweet potato plants. And then when the sweet potatoes come up, they'll just come up through there. They'll just start peeking through, and you just got to come out here and stay watching. This is asparagus, but asparagus grows more in colder months. So right now we just let it grow up and produce seeds, so we can gather the seeds, then we cut them down, and then they'll start sprouting. So for 9 months out of the year, we don't get asparagus. Um, but this is the only bed that keeps the asparagus. So that way, because we don't use it that much. So if you eating asparagus when it's not in season, you got to ask yourself how, where, why, who did it. These are some black-eyed pea plants. And then I just found out from one of my African brothers out here. He was out here picking his, and he said, you can eat them. And I said, what? He said, yeah, that's a tradition food to eat in Africa, is to grow black-eyed pea leaves. And then this is, I think, a type of spinach, because all the Africans got this type of spinach in their garden, in their bed. I didn't plant this one, it just popped up. So thanks to the Most High. And then tomatoes. And then show y'all out here real quick, wind my time down a little bit. Go out here and show you the orchard. So we got some lettuces that grow during the summer months, and we have some lettuce that grow during the winter. So I love it. It's pretty cool. We receive a lot of donations out here. So someone donated some bricks and some soil. So this is getting ready for 4 new people, just like that. So go out here and show you the orchard. We have about 3 people that know how to do the water system. That's one thing that next I'm gonna start learning how to do it, because you can learn this out here for free. Some people it's charging, and we have people out here that know how to do that. So I know that I am in the right place at the right time, learning and getting all the information that I can, so that way I can go out to broader areas and teach. So this is a peach tree. The peaches are ready. They ready too. And you pick them before they get ripe, which most of the crop you pick it right before it get ripe. And then you kind of let it sit at home in a paper bag or just out on the counter and let it ripen up, because if it get too ripe and sweet and the pests smell it, they gonna come out here and get it. So we have another peach tree, some more trees. All these trees were donated to us. A water system. That's how we get the water that I just showed you. Another peach tree. And an apple tree. And these apple tree, this apple tree was supposed to produce red apples, but them apples were so good when they was green, we ate them all off before any one of them turned red. And then we have plum trees out here. So it's a good thing to tap into and get with. There's a lot of people in the communities just trying to show you how to grow your and have plenty information for you to learn, and will give you some of the things. I have plenty seeds. Everything that I eat, I try to make sure I have seed in it, and I save all my seeds, and that way I give, so I can give to somebody. And so let me
Yes,
show you.
ma'am.
So yeah, that one right there. It's been need to be picked. So if don't nobody come out here and get it, when we come back out here, it's gonna have a bite from something in it. So is there
Wow,
any
a whole
questions?
bite. Yes. I have a couple questions for you. And
Yes.
I want to say one thing real quick. Thank you for the tour. You
Mm-hmm.
most definitely was informative of everything that's going on. And you taught me a couple things as well, so far as with the weeds. I thought weeds was just straight bad. And
No,
actually
no.
actually using certain types of flowers as pesticides. I mean, I just learned something new about that.
Yeah.
And what I want to say real quick is people get confused as a revolutionary being all about just guns and whatever. When a real revolutionary, we handle all elements. We
Yeah.
need somebody who knows how to do medicine. We need somebody who knows how to farm as well. It just can't be straight guns. How are we gonna eat? How are we gonna heal ourselves?
Yeah.
There has to be a herbalist around, a farmer around, or whatnot, to
Yeah.
do these type of things, or we're done. The gun ain't
Yeah.
gonna feed us and heal us, right? You know.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
the first question I want to ask real quick is, and you
Mm-hmm.
already asked it a couple, I mean, you already answered it a couple of times, but I just want you to say, what is the importance of sustainable agriculture?
What's the importance of it is to basically come out here and have something to sustain your life of value. It's the difference in you putting something in there that does not have value because it turns on the wrong signals in your body to go the opposite way when you have things that you need that's going to place you on a high frequency, a high vibration, and turn everything up. You can't do nothing but just be the most powerful person that we supposed and that's we was designed to be. And that is why all this BS is being done to us because of who we are and
Yes,
what we
ma'am.
can
Yes,
do and what we can do if all our high vibrations turn on. We're gonna be like how our ancestors was.
right. Next question. This is kind of a small question, but I'm not sure if you can answer this. But so far as what you can grow, and I'm quite curious about this. What's the quickest thing you can grow out there to eat? What is like the three quickest things you can grow, and tell me
Ooh,
the time period too. It'll take for it to grow so we can eat it.
wow, let's see. That's a good question because even though I watch every day and I document, sometimes it just gets uncontrollable where you don't really I can't even really answer to you. Well, what will come up in a week or what will come up in um I just know 7 to 10 days is the quickest, but I'm not for sure what. But there's some things that sprout up in 7 days.
Right. Right.
Because
Yeah.
remember, even though you don't have the fruit on the stem, you got the leaves that
Right.
can also be eaten. So yeah, about 7 days. And then trees are going to be, depending on what tree it is, some of them could be 10 years, or some of them could be you plant them when your kids is born, and then you have a tree when they get older. So it could be
Right.
that length of time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Trees take a minute. Trees take a minute. I see.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, but you got lemon, which lemon is a very important benefit in our life because lemon helps alkalizes a lot of alkalizes our body. We have so much acidic stuff that we put in our body, and so it just causes us to just we're not functioning properly. So we need that balance. So a lemon, I know I've seen plenty friends um grow lemon trees within a few years. So I mean, I think that's pretty
wow.
good.
Wow. Another thing I want to touch on, and like I said, you are already doing work in the garden, so we can't get the real statistics on certain things like ingredients. But can you tell people just a little bit and informing people to make sure they read the label because most of the stuff we eat is bad. Could you go into that just a little bit?
Okay. Yeah, basically anything that's on a shelf is bad for you because once you mix all those ingredients together, in order for them to be mixed, they first got to be pressurized and took out of their natural state and made into something else of a degrading value. So it's I'm gonna say like sugar. They didn't got smart and not putting sugar on the back of ingredients, because if you start to be conscious about what you're eating, the first thing you're going to be conscious about is sugar. So you're going to start looking on the back of the labels. Okay, no sugar, but you got all these closes. Like if you look on the end of some of the words like glucose, sucrose, and all that, coast, this and that, um, you got to look up that, and it is derived from sugar. So they didn't took it from one bad state to another bad state, which is, it just doesn't do anything good for your body. But yeah, you got to be real careful with these labels, because on the front of it, it say 100% this and that, but then when you look on the back of the ingredients, it's not 100% juice. It say it only got 10% juice in there. So what is the other 90%? So you just have to start taking time reading the ingredients. They put a lot of ingredients and harmful ingredients like red dye 40, blue dye 5, yellow dye some number. Those are dyes that work on your behavior. So one of the big things why our children is acting out of control is the red dye. So you got to look up that red dye, and it changes your behavior. It changes it in adults, and it changes it in children. And you sit here and wonder why Black men and Black women, we fighting. Look what the food we eating. We just not in our right state. We're not right in our right state. And then it's affecting these children. It's changing their DNA as far as making them feel like they supposed to be a little boy, or they was supposed to be a little girl when they was not born that. So it's causing kids to get boys to develop feminine bodies, and then causing the girls' bodies to be masculinated, and then causing them to be overdeveloped. So you can't, it's like, I damn if I do and damn if I don't. All of that plays a role in our DNA, like I was talking about earlier. That DNA, that's what they've been studying, and they in there and they playing with our DNA.
Yes, ma'am. Very
Yeah,
good answer.
soon they not gonna have to kill us. We're killing our own self.
Right, right. Even going into and you are a vegan now, so you can't give us no tips on meat, but I know you
I
know a
look
little bit about.
a little bit, because I do have a farmer that we talk. I know a cattleman, and so we talk about different stuff. Because I wouldn't mind raising meat once I move on from the city and stuff. I
Right.
wouldn't mind raising it just to know how it grow, and then for other people that choose to eat meat. So he always tells me about how beef, when we eating steak, I was a big steak eater, and I'm always looking for the reddest, juiciest steak. And he said steak not even red. Steak is gray. So what is the red
Whoa,
stuff that they put in our meat at the store to
whoa,
make it look fresh? Because if you got steak, okay, if you kill a cow, how many days did that cow stay in the factory? Then how many days did that cow travel? And then how many days did that cow stay in the store before you got that steak and cooked it and fed it to your family? How long
mm,
have you been you eating something that's dead and decayed way long time ago? You don't even know when that cow expired.
whoa! I never thought about it like that.
And then them cows have been pumped with hormones on top of that stuff is deadly. Man, I'm telling you, it is crazy out here. When I tell you, when you get in this space, and grow and start doing all this, that it just comes to you, and then you start just watching things around you and just looking, and you say you just start thinking, and then you can just start answering your own questions because you know. But yeah, that's what he told me about steak. It's not supposed to be red. It can have like a purplish, grayish color, more
I
more
want
of
to
a gray color.
say something real quick also about the chicken. The chicken is compromised too. I mean, I suggest nobody eat chicken. Somebody said like that's like the
Chicken
worst thing
or
to eat
turkey.
now. Right, right. Can you explain that a little bit?
You know, I actually had just watched the video on it, but I cannot even remember what what they said about the chicken. But I've been hearing about the chicken for a long time too. And that's the number one between the chicken and the farm raised fish, which is another harmful thing uh that we eating. Yeah,
Oh
those
man.
that's the number one thing, that we are consuming, and we spending a lot of money. Folks is going to restaurants $90 on them bags of seafood.
Mm.
And
Let me
sometimes
ask you.
around income tax time, they taking the whole family.
Right,
Everybody getting
right.
a crab bag.
Let me ask you this. As a truck driver, okay? Let's put it into
Uh-huh.
practical terms in the real world. What do you suggest a person like me eat and drink while I'm on the road? How can I
Just
do it?
pack, just I can say pack just as much as fruits and vegetables you can. Just pack a bag of it, and just you can eat that all day long. If you want to eat 20 dang peaches, you can eat 20 peaches. You can eat 20 peaches. You can eat you can eat raw all day long, and it does not have, like, it don't put calories on you. So if you could adjust your lifestyle to start snacking just on raw, like nuts, berries, um, grab apples and peaches and oranges, stuff that's like what you can pick up with your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like me, I can really pretty much eat any kind of fruit or vegetable. I can eat bell pepper cut up. Serious, no lie. I could just go cut up some bell pepper and
Wow.
snack on that like they're chips, because I've got accustomed to wanting to, taste that bell pepper taste.
You
So,
brought up a real thing. You brought up a real thing. Now you brought up something I just thought about. And somebody told me the other day. It's changing like your whole mind frame and lifestyle of how you eat. You know what I mean, and how you think about it.
mhm.
Can you just dive in a little bit more into detail on that one more time?
What now? What was the question?
Um, how you have to change your life basically to
Oh,
eat this way.
okay, okay. It's I'm gonna say it's different for every single person. But what worked for me was when I turned 40, and I'm 48 now. I turned 40. I just started seeing little things changing. And it just caught my attention. And I'm just like, whoa. Like, I started seeing brown spots appear on my body. I started just having those, the older women, they say, what's the little sweat things that they be having? I don't get them. So I don't even know. I don't care about them no more. Night sweats and hot flashes. I'm telling you, so much stuff changed, and I went to my doctor and she said, "Oh, is that's normal." And I just could not believe it. It just nothing in my spirit just could not let me believe that that was normal. So now my mind is thinking I'm on the search for the truth, and I ran across a spiritual healing book by Queen Afua that just was telling us how everything in plants heal our body, and everything that we're not supposed to eat and how it changed. And when she was telling me all the symptoms she had, it was exactly what I was having. And it was about seven different things. And We would have to really, really do a real good video on that one day about
Yes,
the
please.
woman and her body and
Right.
what that meat and dairy is doing to that. But
Mm.
so she said it was normal, and I said no. So I read in that book and I said wow. So then as I'm getting to the end of the book, she said just do a challenge. Challenge yourself for 30 days. Just try for 30 days. If you see at least one change in your body, try it for 60 days. If you see something else change in your body, try for 90. When I hit that 90 mark, everything was gone. I had so much. I'm already energetic, but I had so much energetic. I was not
Mm.
energy that I was sometimes not being able to sleep for 2, 3 days because I could not burn off enough. I was working out. I still couldn't burn off enough. Just everything like just started changing, just being so different. Things started being clearer. I started seeing everything around me really crystal clear. And at that time, that is when George Floyd was murdered. Um, and when I seen that, my whole life changed. I said, you got to change or you about to die. You got to change or you about to die. You're gonna either die by that food or them people gonna kill you.
Let me ask you another question about the vegetables. And this
Uh-huh.
is just, and I'm just, I'm a whole man that don't know nothing about grocery shopping and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's, the woman knows good about that. So when you say go get vegetables, what exactly do you mean? Like, what is something that I can easily cook and do? And when you say raw vegetables, like if I'm in a truck, like what do you mean? What do you mean by the vegetables?
So, are you picky? I mean, if you're a picky person and no one has ever fed you, even if it was some canned green beans, if you're not used to canned green beans, you might have, I mean, like vegetables, nuts. You can get, the debate on the carrots because I keep hearing that it's hybrid or something. So I don't know. But hell, if you want to start with carrots, I say start with carrots. You don't have to cook your corn. Corn can just be off the cob, and you can snack on that. Um, Celery sticks. I eat raw zucchini and okra. I crunch on okra just like chips because when you hear that crunchy sound in some vegetables, it kind of gives that like a memory that you eating some chips or something. So it kind of like
Mm.
breaks down that habit of, how we just get some chips because it's not really the chip you want, is the crunch that you like to hear.
If I eat
The
celery with
addiction.
ranch, if I eat celery with ranch, is that cheating?
I wouldn't say ranch. I would say try hummus. So you have some different dips and stuff that you can eat that's more nutritious. Like you can find pumpkin seed butter. All it is pumpkin seeds and olive oil. And you can use that to dip some of your fruits, like you can do
Mm.
celery, you can do apples. Um, and pumpkin seeds, that helps you to remove parasites out your body.
Mm. Yeah, we
Uh,
most definitely
so
need a
it's just
part two,
you really,
part
you
three,
really
part
have
four,
to
part five.
just explore. I say go to, and I hate to say it, but they are pretty much the only people who have the Asian stores. They have a lot of exotic stuff, fruits and veggies that come from places that we can't grow it on this soil. So I say go there. They have a lot of cancer fighting foods that they eat. Like another one is called bitter melon that fights cancer cells. So I mean it's bitter, but if you didn't if you didn't took medication, you can eat some. If you didn't took nasty medication, sir, you can eat a nasty
Mm-hmm.
fruit or a vegetable.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
no excuse. But yeah, you just gotta find little things to chop up or fruit. Get something that you can just grab, peel easy, or peel a bunch of them. But just try to, you can get you a little lunch bag, one that kind of keeps stuff a little cool, and just put you some apples, peaches, pears, you know, stuff that you can just have eat with your hand. The only, if you greedy, like, see, I'm very greedy. It takes a lot to fill me up. So, it's hard for me to just go like on a fruit fast or something like that because my hunger be talking to me like crazy. Like, I don't know. I just have to have something in my stomach. So it's hard for me to just go like on a completely total liquid fast. Um, but so I always just give me a lunchbox and just fill it up with stuff I can just grab with my hand. And then I always keep nuts because nuts are
Mm-hmm.
they last long and you don't have to worry about refrigerating it, long as it's
Mm-hmm.
in an airtight container, seeds. So yeah, I would just say fruit. I wouldn't want to do things like watermelon if you on the road because you have to keep that kind of cool and
Right.
refrigerated. So I would stay away from things like, like melons, something that could get too soft, something with a
Right.
little bit more harder texture to it.
Right.
Tomatoes, if you can get you some cherry tomatoes, you can just pop those. I don't even eat dressing anymore because there's so much flavor in tomatoes and lettuce and stuff. I just will usually just get lettuce, wrap it up with some. Oh, cucumber is another excellent source. Cucumber, just eating cucumber by itself, it helps us, it helps our skin. It has a lot of good benefits and is how you got things with a lot of hydration, the real water, and that's a whole nother story too. This water that we out here drinking is don't have no nutritional value, but you have people
Right.
walking around like I gotta drink 3 gallons today. 3 gallons of what? You just filling yourself up, but what minerals is in the water? Nothing.
That's a very good one too. That's a very good one. Um, like I said, even the best water out here, this even that I'm drinking or Coors or whatever
Hmm.
water, they still have no real mineral properties.
Yeah, you
Like you
just filling
said.
yourself up.
Right. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to give everybody too much, because we're gonna
Yeah,
keep
because
these
it's
videos going.
never ending.
Right. We're gonna keep these videos going. And I know you got a lot of work to do, or a little bit of work to do that you're volunteering doing. Once again, thank you for being out there. And hopefully
My
one day we can
pleasure.
maybe one day we could do like a little people's like a food drive with that stuff out there,
Yeah.
and feed the streets or something,
Yeah. Definitely
bring
been
people
thinking
together, do
about
that.
that. And that's
Yeah.
one thing that I'm trying to get our people out here because right now
Right.
it's a mixture, but a
Right.
lot of them so lazy that
Right.
I bet you they would rather have better helping hands and more serious people that's producing because it's still about out of like over 40 beds of the raised beds, it probably has about half of them actually have food in them that's ready to, that's almost ready to go or that's getting ready to come up. And then you got the other half don't have nothing. Where like I try to come out here. I'm like, is anybody gonna plant something here? Because I could just throw some seeds in there real quick. No big deal. But I'm trying to get people to come out here. I'm in Grand Prairie, Texas. Find a way to get a hold of us and I'm in Grand Prairie, Texas. This is free. They provide everything for us. And if you need something, you write it down and you hand it to them, and it's going to be right there waiting on you when the next time you come out here. And so this is a great opportunity. You don't got to spend no money. You don't need no tractor, no trailer,
Mm-hmm.
no, you don't even got to go buy a hoe, nothing, a shovel, a pitchfork, or nothing. You don't even got to buy a pair of gloves. Everything is given to you. Everything. Even they have
No
seeds from
excuses.
the seeds that we've been collecting.
No excuses. And that's a pretty good field. You got batches of it's already set up pretty good.
Yeah,
For
it's
people
set
just to
up. You
get their
just got to
own
come out
food
here
and
and do the
herbs.
work.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah. So this
But
is in Grand Prairie, Texas.
yep. And once again, this initiative is a sustainable agriculture commune initiative, part of the AIM and sustainable agriculture. And this is what we influence. This is what we promote. And more people need to get out. Come out there and go see Auset ASAP. If you in the
Yeah.
Dallas area, please let's get this food going.
Be there. Be there. Be you. Be there.
Okay. I like to end this by saying, free the land and let's
Free the
build to
land.
win.
Free the land.